let's look at a couple more verses real quick. So here in 1 Kings 12, 26 through 32, it says, in Jeroboam, this is gonna have a parallel, okay? Jeroboam said in his heart, now shall the kingdom return to the house of David? If this people go up to do sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, even unto Rehoboam, king of Judah, and they shall kill me, and go again to Rehoboam, the king of Judah. Whereupon the king took counsel. So then Jeroboam took counsel, and then he made 2 golden calves. And he said to them, it is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. This is him making his declaration to the people. It's too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold your gods, O Israel, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. And he set one in Bethel, and they put the other one in Dan. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, even to Dan. And he made a house of high places, and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not the sons of Levi. And Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month, like a feast unto that is in Judah. And he offered upon the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made. And he placed in Bethel the priests of the high place which he had made. So guys, this is something very, very, it's a parallel. He literally says the same thing that Aaron says after he makes the molten calf in Exodus 32. He points at it and says, these are your gods that brought you out of Egypt, right? And then, except Jeroboam takes it 2 steps further. He makes 2. He sets them up in different places. He makes high places, which I talked about last time. My kingdom cast would be your ziggurats. He builds high places. He then makes his own false priesthood, and he takes the wrong pedigree of people for the priesthood, and even makes his own false feast. And this feast day does not line up with any of Yahweh's feasts in Leviticus 23. So I think that it's interesting that we have a very unique parallel of him trying to attribute. Basically, it wasn't taking a false idol and trying to slap Yahweh's name on it. It literally was trying to replace the wonderful thing that Yahweh did for them and slap Baal's name on it.
Right, because they knew these calves. They knew this was the Baal that they were representing with these calves. It's not like this guy is just fresh out of Egypt. And a lot of times we might make excuses for the children of Israel in the wilderness and say, oh, they had to get the Egypt out of them, Right. He's got generations that he's had to, where his people have known the law, been learning the law, been trying to live the law, and also living amongst and near and within all of the idolatrous people around them that worship the Baals.
That's right.
So it's not like this guy has no idea that he just decided to pick some kind of a symbol ignorantly to represent Yahweh and ignorantly do these things. He knows exactly what he's doing when he's setting up these calves. Right. He knows what they are and what they represent.
That's right.
And he knew that people would have the choice between worshiping those calves or worshiping the true Lord in Jerusalem.
That's right.
He said, I don't want their hearts to turn back to the Lord.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting, right? He's like, if they go worship in Jerusalem, their hearts will turn to Yahweh. Right. Guys, what does that mean for you?
Yeah.
If you actually, well, of course, there's no temple, there's no active priesthood, you can't go doing that stuff. But what does Paul tell us in Romans 12, 1-2, right? Is our obedience, is our spiritual act of worship, right? It's our obedience to the commandments of the behavior of Jesus, the behavior of the Almighty. It's the same. It's the Father and Son that share the same behavior. Those are the commandments that we're taught. This is what that behavior, if we do them, literally, like Yeshua says in John 14, 19-21, like we will literally, his love will be in us, and the Father will love us, and Yeshua will love us, and we will love him because we're sharing the same behavior. There's commonality. And 1 John 2:3, right? If you're going to walk in his commandments, then you will literally have the love of God. So even Jeroboam knew this principle. Right. Way back then, guys, they knew this principle that if they walk in the commandments, they would be in love with Yahweh. So it's literally that simple today. This is the bad guy. He knew that much.
Yeah.